Fixed preseason offers the widest range of unique tools, statistics and projections, all powered by leading algorithm technology. Compare your game strategy with the top 50 FPL managers of last season, beat the wait for the 2018-19 FPL game to launch with predicted player prices, and save multiple draft squads for the new season. Choose your preseason pack now and use Fixed Preseason to improve your standard of play for the 2018-19 season. It's been a little bit overshadowed by the World Cup action, but the 2018-19 Premier League fixtures were released last week, meaning we can now begin to start planning our options for next season. Game Week 1 will see last season's champions Manchester City travel to face Unai Emery's Arsenal side, while newly promoted Cardiff, Fulham and Wolves are up against Bournemouth, Crystal Palace and Everton respectively. With a home encounter with West Ham in Game Week 1, will we turn to last season's top scorer, Mohamed Salah, for a key captaincy option once again? Arsenal's tough start to the season continues in Game Week 2, where they'll travel to Stamford Bridge to face Chelsea. But the fixtures start to improve for Pep Guardiola's Manchester City, who welcome Huddersfield for their second game of the season. Manchester United face their first big test in Game Week 3, where they'll host Spurs, having faced Leicester and Brighton in their opening two games. The kind fixtures keep coming for Liverpool and Man City, however, who face Brighton and Wolves respectively. So in no particular order, here are 6 teams that appear to have a kind run of fixtures to start the 2018-19 Premier League season. Burnley's opening 6 fixtures will see them host Watford and Bournemouth, travelling to face Southampton, as well as newly promoted sides Fulham and Wolves. A home tie with Man United in Game Week 4 looks to be their biggest test during this run. For Chelsea, a Game Week 2 meeting with Arsenal could prove to be challenging, but there are also home fixtures against Bournemouth and newly promoted Cardiff in the opening 6 games, amongst trips to Huddersfield, Newcastle and West Ham. The first 5 games of the season for Everton will see them host Southampton, Huddersfield and West Ham, travelling away to face Bournemouth and newly promoted Wolves. West Ham, Brighton and Southampton are the first 3 home fixtures for Liverpool. They'll also travel to Crystal Palace and Leicester during the first 6 game weeks, before facing Spurs in Game Week 5. Last season's Premier League champions Man City have a very kind run from Game Week 2 onwards, which sees them host Huddersfield, Newcastle and newly promoted Fulham, amongst away ties with the also newly promoted Wolves and Cardiff. So Pep Guardiola's side face all 3 of the newly promoted teams during the opening 6 game weeks. And finally, Jose Mourinho's Man United have a relatively kind run themselves, starting with Leicester at home in Game Week 1. Spurs at home in Game Week 3 looks like to be their toughest test across this period, and that's in between away trips to Brighton, Burnley and Watford, and before Wolves make their way to Old Trafford in Game Week 6.